You see this road right here that we're going up? This is steep. And in front of us is a huge motorhome towing a truck. I think he's making a mistake. This is not the kind of place where you take a motorhome.
Yeah, the locals recommended a 4x4.
Yeah.
Go up this.
Maybe he knows where he's going, but I got a bad feeling about this. Well, we're headed for Jarbidge, Nevada. We were headed south from Twin Falls, Idaho on Highway 93. Got down to Rogerson, Idaho, and then took the road to Jarbidge, which we're on right now. It's 64 miles to Jarbidge. Now, if you haven't heard of Jarbidge, Nevada, it's one of the most remote towns that you can go to in the United States. Now, this is 64 miles. I think 40 some odd miles are paved, and the last 17 or 18 miles are dirt. This is from the north. If you come in from the south, it's like 46 miles of dirt to get there. I think you can get there from the west, but I'm not positive about that. Not yet anyway. We'll check it out. But we're going to go down through here because we heard it's beautiful, and we might hang out for a few days. I just cleaned the windshield when I last filled up, but it's already getting bugs on it. Sorry about that. This is what the terrain looks like right now. Oh my goodness. Hate to say it, but this concrete don't look so good. Well, that was something. All that deteriorating concrete didn't give me a whole lot of confidence. That was one tall dam. Well, from the description I read about Jarbidge, you travel through desolate-looking high desert like this, and then you drop down into a beautiful green coulee or valley with the river running through it, and that it's not the kind of thing you'd expect to see in Nevada. We're still in Idaho right now, but when we get to Jarbidge, we'll be in Nevada. Now, I don't think we're going to get to Jarbidge tonight. We're going to camp along the river somewhere. At least that's our plan. Well, we're still on paved road. I know the dirt road's coming up pretty soon, though. I just saw a sign that says it's 29 miles to Jarbidge, so that means we've got about maybe 20 miles to go before we find a place to camp. We keep getting these amazing vistas. You can see so far, it's a little hazy. Must be some smoke in the air, but it's all pretty amazing anyway, pretty beautiful. And the road goes ever on and on. The road comes in from the left here and goes down. And that must be Jarbidge Canyon out there. Well, this is where we ended up. It's kind of tough finding a spot because it's hard to find a place that's in the wide open, so you can't, because we're down in this canyon. So we need to get some solar on the roof during the day. Look at how beautiful it is with the stream here. This is a free campsite on BLM land. Yeah, it's kind of a compromise because you figure, well, I'm going to get a couple of hours of good solar in the afternoon and I can put out a couple solar panels if I have to. And then I think for the Starlink, I'm going to get a fairly decent shot to the north here from this campsite. I had to get out my compass and make sure. We don't need the Starlink every night, but having it means that I can get some work done, and that's important. Also means that we can talk to our daughters and let them know where we're at, how we're doing. Communication. Now Starlink is working pretty good for us. We use it at home and we bring it along with us on the trip, and now we've been gone from home for going on a week and it's been working great. I mean, it's like having, well, you have the same internet on the road as you do at home almost. We have the residential with the added portability feature, and for that we pay $135 a month. Having that means that because we have the residential part, it means that when we go home, our address is already reserved and we go right back to normal Starlink that has the full features. When you're out traveling, if you get into a crowded area, they may knock you down a little bit because other people that have residential service in that area are going to be ahead in line of you, so your service might be a little degraded, exactly like the Starlink RV service that you get. Only the difference is when I go home, I go back to normal service, so I like that better. It was kind of a long, hard day. We started out camping out in the middle of nowhere on the west side of City of Rocks, and then we did the tour of City of Rocks with you. Then we hit Twin Falls, Idaho, where we had to do laundry, get lunch, get gas, get some groceries, and then still travel on to this spot. But we plan on staying here a couple of days at least, and we plan on being in this canyon for a few days. The Starlink setup is really easy. All you do is set the antenna outside, run the cord into your RV, plug the cord into the Wi-Fi router, and plug the Wi-Fi router into 110. That's it. And within about 5 or 10 minutes, you're online. And I say 5 or 10 minutes because the dish has to do its little dance, and it does that automatically. You don't have to do anything. And then it zeroes itself in, and away you go. And one of the nicest things about being camped next to a river is you can take buckets of water and get the dust and dirt off the back of the car. Not so bad once you're in. Give up?
Gathering up my courage.
You need help up? Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, we've spent 2 nights here. We've really enjoyed this BLM camp along the river here. And now we're heading into the town of Jarbidge, which is only about 15 miles to the south of us. You about ready to roll?
Yep.
Helle on, adventure awaits. This is 17 and a half miles of well-maintained dirt road, although it is single lane, so you have to watch out for oncoming traffic, which we've already had to pull over for a couple. But the canyon is beautiful. And Linda and I didn't come here for the town of Jarbidge itself, although I'm sure the history is going to be very interesting, and we'll let you know. We'll show you the little town too. We came here for this canyon. Well, we're coming into the little settlement of Jarbidge right now. Just dirt road coming in and dirt road going out.
That was it.
That was it? But there must be more. Maybe this is the outskirts. Let's find a place to park. Look this town over. You can stop the video right here if you want to read this sign. Now there's a story behind Liberty Rock, and it's all about the township pulling together against the U.S. Forest Service. But let me see if I can find out what that story is so I can share it with you. Well, Linda and I have stopped at the Outdoor Inn in Jarbidge, and we're splitting a hamburger, and then we're going to try their homemade pie. Okay, I got a slice of Dutch apple, and Linda's got a slice of blueberry, and they're looking pretty good.
Okay. The fellow that's doing the cooking and the waiting tables and delivering food to you, Jason, he said his mom makes the pie, so we'll see.
How's the apple?
Let's see. very tasty.
Well, that was cool. The food was good. The pie was excellent. Jason's mother makes it. He's the owner. He's lived here all his life, and he just bought this place a few years ago. Boy, he was full of information, yeah?
Yeah, a wonderful family history of this whole area. It was, yeah, it's worth it to go in there just to meet Jason.
It is. It really is. And he was, like I say, he was willing to give us lots of information. And I know all about that Freedom Rock down there. Let's go. Jason just told me. I'll fill you in. Now, the food at the Outdoor Inn was excellent. The prices were high, but that's to be expected when it's about a 2.5-hour run to get to the nearest store, which is Twin Falls, Idaho. So your supply line is kind of long here. The Liberty Rock, not the Freedom Rock. It says freedom isn't free. The Liberty Rock. Well, what happened here was on the south entrance to town, the Forest Service ran the wilderness boundary right up to the edge of town, and they blocked off the southern route into this town. And I mean, they bulldozed it shut with boulders and everything. Well, the people here at town got a little upset, and word got out, and over 2,000 people from all over the United States showed up and by hand moved the boulders, filled in the ditches, and opened the road back up, and stood in the face of the Forest Service and would not back down. So this was one of the rocks used to close off the road. This thing's got to weigh 2 tons. That's why it says freedom isn't free. Well, there's a beautiful little city park here, and they've got some artifacts. Linda and I are going to take a minute and fill water because the water in the restaurant and the cafe there was excellent. So we're going to fill our water jugs there. And just a nice place to kick back. Now, there is a campground here on the edge of town. I don't think there's hookups. I could be wrong. You can get a pretty big trailer into this place, though, because the road is good coming out of the north. You see this road right here that we're going up? This is steep. And in front of us is a huge motorhome towing a truck. I think he's making a mistake. This is not the kind of place where you take a motorhome.
Yeah, the locals recommended a 4x4.
Yeah. Maybe he knows where he's going, but I got a bad feeling about this. I'm in 4-wheel drive just to keep my tires from sliding here as I go up this very steep incline. And it is steep. And that motorhome is going up here. I've never seen anybody do this. So like I said, I hope he knows where he's going and he knows he can make it. I've never been up this road before. Linda and I haven't.
Okay, I just thought I'd show you guys what the edge looks like. My goodness. That motorhome is still up ahead.
Still got that motorhome in front and then a car. We pulled over and let a car pass. We're going up pretty steep. We're over 8,000 feet now. The pass is coming up. Some of that incline back there that he was going up on that dirt road was 10% grade. I'm just trying to stay back out of everybody's dust. So once again, this is the road heading south out of Jarbidge, Nevada. Oops, we've caught up to him again. I keep slowing down to let the dust clear, but it doesn't clear too easy.
It's almost like fog.
Linda just said it's almost like fog. Oh, I think we made it to the pass.
Oh, there he's pulled over.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the truck.
That motorhome driver, he's got guts, I'll tell you that. Well, we're just beyond the pass on the south side of Jarbidge, and we're stopped to take in the beauty here and to take a break. What a climb that was. Kind of rough, kind of bumpy, but pretty dusty. One last little story I want to tell you about Jarbidge. The Native Americans had a story, or have a tale of a giant Indian that lived in the Jarbidge Valley there, or the canyon, and that he would venture out and he would gather up the Indians that he could find, and he would carry them back to his home in a basket and eat them. Well, the one thing that people can say is that the Native Americans never lived in that canyon. They always stayed clear of it. Gold was discovered in Jarbidge around 1908, and it was, within a heartbeat, there was 1,500 miners in there. And I think things lasted till around 1930 or so, and they took out around $10 million worth of gold. And then it pretty much died off after that. But the people there love it there, and it seems like those that live there have been there all their lives, according to Jason, who we talked to at the cafe there where we ate. It's just a nice little place. Now, if you want to visit there, there's going to be a bunch of dirt getting in and a bunch of dirt getting out, dirt road. So be prepared for that. Plenty of places to camp. And the camping so far has all been free, but there's lots of places to camp. Well, there he goes, continuing on. Check out how dirty that toad is. Woohoo! That's one brave motorhome driver. Check out the berries on this bush. Now, I'm not going to eat them, but I think these are buffalo berries. I think that these are the berries that the Native Americans would mix with the pemmican, because, you know, pemmican being ground up buffalo meat, and add a lot of fat to it. And then I think these were the berries they used to throw in with it, buffalo berries. Our toad is kind of dusty too. That's the original small camper there. That's a sheep herder's trailer. So there must be a herd around here somewhere. It's been a lot of downhill for the last few miles, so you might worry about your brakes, especially if you're towing. Our trailer's fairly light, but Linda and I have decided we're putting brakes on it. We haven't needed them before, but we determined it would be nice. So when we get back home, we'll be putting on brakes on this trailer. Well, we've had a long day traveling. We traveled, I don't know, about 40 some odd miles of
dirt.
Yeah, maybe more than that. I don't know. Anyways.
And not just dirt, but uphill, downhill.
Some pretty rough stuff.
Sideways.
Dusty.
Yeah.
And we ended up on this hilltop above Elko, Nevada, and we're kind of out of gas.
Both the car and us.
Yeah, we literally came in here on fumes. Anyways, this is just a dispersed camping BLM. Anyways, we want to tell you guys thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you around.